Hey everybody, it's Miss Paul and I'm going to be reading you a story today. Today's book is Ricky the Rock That Couldn't Roll. This book was written by Mr. J and illustrated by Aaron Wozniak. Over the lake and out past the bay was a green grassy hill where the rocks came to play. They would race to the top and take in the view, then roll their way down the way rocks love to do. There was Kip and Pip and Chester and Marvin the Boulder. Ignatius played too, though he was much older. And a group called the Pebbles never ever sat still, zigzagging their way up and over the hill. Kia was a meteorite and not from this planet, and Maya was lava, but taken for granted. Steve was the smart one, Parker the clown, and grumpy old Ebert rolled around with a frown. Gabby was sassy, Leslie had flair, Emma was giggly, and Hud had black hair. Check out Hud. Everybody always likes to see who Hud is. But the one trait that seemed to be shared by them all was that every rock there was shaped like a ball. And because they were round, they could easily roll through the grass and past the lake, up and over the knoll. They were all round, so they easily rolled down the hill. Except for poor Ricky. Check out Ricky, guys. Poor Ricky. Who quietly sat. See, Ricky couldn't roll because one side was flat. You can't roll. His friends didn't get it. Come roll, they would chant. So Ricky tried but replied, I'm sorry, I can't. But the rocks were determined. They were sure they could solve Ricky's flat side problem and help him resolve. So Marvin the Boulder, with his impressive physique, carried Ricky all the way to the hill's grassy peak. And Marvin has taken him all the way to the top of the hill. He pushed him. Then he pushed him downhill, yelling, "Keep rolling, kid." But Ricky didn't roll. He just kind of slid. Look, he said, this feels like a bad idea. Well, the rocks weren't done, not by a mile. Surely this next try would get Ricky to smile. They stuck rubber balls all over Rick, using big globs of glue to get him to stick. They were proud of themselves. This will work, they announced. Check him out. He has got little rubber balls glued to him. Gonna work, right? But Ricky couldn't roll. Now he just sort of bounced. Look at him. He's like, no good, no good, no good. I don't think Ricky liked it. Well, they pushed and they pulled, trying every which way to get Ricky to roll, but by the end of the day, nothing had worked, just like Rick expected, and he ended up feeling depressed and dejected. It's no use, Ricky sighed. There isn't a way, so I'll sit off to the side and watch you all play. Poor Ricky. But his friends wouldn't quit. We're here for you, brother, and we'll get you to roll one way or another. So they pondered and thought, and each strained his brain till they looked and they saw it was starting to rain. And that's when it hit the smart stone named Stu. Eureka! He shouted, I know what to do. And he explained to them how they would get Ricky to tumble. My plan is pure genius. Stu wasn't too humble. Stu has a plan. Stu has a brilliant plan. So they carried our hero down the road about a mile to the lake where they gathered up mud they could pile. So they've gone to this lake, and by this lake is all this mud that has accumulated because of the rain. On the flat side of Rick created a mound, and they shaped, smoothed, and sculpted until it was round. So check him out. They packed the mud all over his flat side, and they packed it until he's now round. After the rain with the sun in the sky, they left him to bake until the mud was all dry. They gathered up vines and one colorful feather. Look at the pretty feather. And they wrapped all around Rick to keep it together. I like this one. He said, does anybody have a towel? They're all kind of muddy and sticky. Do you think he's going to roll? I don't know. Let's see if the plan works. When the last knot was tied and their work was all done, the only step left for Rick to have fun. The only step was left for Rick to have fun. They stood back and watched, feeling nervous and tense, as Rick breathed in deep with increasing suspense. He moved slowly at first, testing out his new mold, and then, for the first time, Ricky the rock rolled. Woo-hoo. He did it. Sabria the ladybug, who'd been there from the start, felt a surge of pure joy swell in her heart. She thought as she watched her friends play on the hill that there's always a way if there's also a will. And she said to herself as Ricky rolled down the slope, when you're surrounded by love, you always have hope. I hope you enjoyed it. We miss y'all and love y'all. Bye.